guys, we got ourselves a campsite. I think we're the only ones here. Should be an interesting one. Welcome to another edition of Driftless Area Outdoors. As you see, I brought Speed Buggy with me. But I'm going to get things set up and bring you along. Get you right in the old grill, right in the teeth of things, and I'll show you around. This is going to be really cool tonight. And I'll show you why once it's dark. Alright guys, well, here's camp. We are, you might have seen when we came in, we are in Darlington, Wisconsin, heart of the Driftless area. UTV trail runs right through here. That's why Speed Buggy's along. We're going to go for a little ride tomorrow. It's supposed to be warm. It was in almost 50 degrees today, I think 49 for a high, so it warmed up nice today. Hopefully it does again tomorrow. I got a pretty cool thing to cook tonight. And back there you can see I've got my fire pit along with my chair. I'm going to start a fire and I'm going to cook over the fire tonight. Keto meal. But you got to excuse me, my voice sounds a little crackly or whatever. Monday I got up, went to work, jumped in the big red truck, started adapting a fever about 2 in the afternoon. Couldn't shake it Monday, couldn't shake it Tuesday, couldn't shake it Wednesday. About Thursday morning, about 2:45 in the morning, finally shook the fever. And you know what happens when you shake a fever. You else get better, or you find out what was wrong in the first place and what your fever was fighting off. Well, I got the trifecta. Got the sinus infection, double ear infection, strep throat going on. Gotta love it. So we're just gonna persevere through. Pretty run down, probably gonna be an early night for me, but I got a pretty cool keto meal. I think you guys are gonna like it. I'm making mine with canned venison, but you can make yours with sirloin tips or stew meat as far as that goes. I'm going to get things set up a little bit more, get the fire going, and we got to start cooking before we lose what little daylight we have left. Stay tuned. Alright guys, well, I'm kind of set up for supper here. I'll get you in here, show you what I'm doing. Again, tonight I'm making a real simple, I'm doing venison. I'm going to make a gravy. I know you're saying keto, gravy, can't be done. I'm going to show you it can be done and it can be delicious. So what I'm starting out with is canned venison. This is a deer I shot a few years ago. He gave up the ghost for me. Good deal. Bad for him. I'm not going to eat a quart of venison. I'm not even going to make this whole thing. But I do want the juice. So, that smells good. I'm going to drain the juice in here. I want to make sure I get all them juices. And that's probably too much. Perfect. And we'll save the rest of this. The raccoons may get that, I don't know. Not too worried about it. But I want that juice in there because that's going to be our gravy. We're going to, and that there is nothing in there of any carbs whatsoever, so you don't have to worry about that at all. Next, I guess I'm just going to take something and kind of get this. I don't want to use metal on that, Jim, I know better. All right, gonna beat this up a little bit. Get her beat down a little bit. Now, you can do this a lot of different ways. If you wanted to take some stew meat and brown it up first, you could. I'm going to grab a handful of mushrooms. Not a huge mushroom guy, but a little goes a long way with me. I do like onions, so I'm going to do onions. Sprinkle little onions on there. is, what else can we do? Danos. Gotta have it. This one hasn't been open. What? I must have ran myself out of regular Danos. I know I've been using the spicy a lot, guys, but you're really gonna like this place at night during the holidays. And I'll show you once the sun goes down. We're gonna go for a little walk. I don't know in the background if you can see, but I think they got some lights set up. Now, all we're gonna do is we're gonna get this over here on the fire and get to cooking it. GoPro. All right, we're cooking away. We just got this started up a little bit. That juices are already getting hot. I got this turned all the way down. It don't take much. But now I'm gonna just put this off to the side so it can heat up. It'll probably be too warm by the time we're done, but the next thing I want to do is I want to make a roux. I want to make a roux for that broth. So I'm going to take a stick of butter. We're going to melt this down. Yeah, why wouldn't that be hot? We're going to melt that butter down. Let me throw this away. And you're saying, okay, well, what are we going to add to it, Jim? Well, hang on, I'll show you. It's getting almost too warm. I don't want to lose my gravy. So I think we're going to make our roux. And then I'll add it all in there. Heat up that meat. You'll be amazed what you got. This hadn't been opened. But what this is, fellas and fellettes, this is just whey protein isolate. Is it going to work? I don't know. We're going to find out together. We're melting this butter. They say to take one of these to a stick of butter. That much yumness. I don't know. I'll just set this off to the side. Yeah, I'm making a mess. I'm going to turn this around a little bit. Get you in here. Well, our butter's melting pretty good. We're going to need something to stir that with. Mr. Spatula. Oh yeah, our butter's melting really good, guys. Gals. So hopefully you guys made it through your Thanksgiving holiday without getting sick. Didn't eat too much, didn't drink too much. I personally stayed out on the road where I belong and made a living. Yeah, get this a little. There you go. So, I drove truck all day. I was sick. I wouldn't have been very good at home anyway, so I just worked, fasted. That's why it's a little early yet for me to usually eat, but I'm hungry because I ate Wednesday evening, about 9 p.m. I ate 3 or 4 chicken legs. Didn't really feel very good, but I knew I had to eat something to keep my strength up because I've been working between 16 and 18 hours a day. Put 3,200 miles on the truck this week. Got home this morning and decided to come out and break my fast by eating this. All right, well, our butter's melted. We're going to throw this in. We're mixing it around. By golly, I don't know. I'll get you right in here in a second. see what you think. I think it could use just a little bit more isolate. What you think? I like my roux to be a little thicker than that. I'm going to add just a touch more. It said 1 scoop, but did they mean a heaping scoop? Yeah, we'll add about that much more. It's all protein, 0 carbs, guys, gals, 0 carbs. Now, you're going to just, I don't know, I mean, if this was flour, you want to just kind of get that floury taste out of it by putting it on the heat for a few minutes. But I don't know. Do you do it with this? Who knows? Grab our meat mixture. I know this for a fact. I don't have a lot of juice, but I do have a little bit more. I brought some beef broth. So if this is too thick, then I'll have some beef broth to add to it. But what if I just don't add it all? Just get a couple of spatula fulls, add it in there. I'll set that right down the dirt. Ain't gonna hurt none. Mix this around. Boy, that venison smells good. I ain't kidding you. And that Dano's has no sodium, so you can use it. It's good stuff. Really has a great taste. They don't sponsor me. I bought all this stuff out of my own pocket, which brings me to another product review. Are you ready to do a quick product review? Why not, they said. You know, we'll see if this thickens up. I think what I want to do, because my lava rocks are so hot, I think I'm going to turn the heat off. I'm going to put a cover on this. No, I'm not going to put a cover on this. I'm going to add just a little bit more of this roux. I'm going to mix that in. But I think I am going to turn my heat off because the lava rocks are very hot. And they'll hold heat for a long time. So my fire's off. And this is what I have for a product review today. Look at that. So these are one-handed pepper grinders, salt grinders. Got these in the mail today from the Amazon. We'll just pull one out here. They take batteries, which I've already put them in, and honestly guys, I've already loaded it up with pepper. The reason I didn't do the salt one out is, you know, I don't do salt very often. So just hold it right over. It starts grinding. So if you're doing batter or something like that, and you want to put some pepper, but you got, you know, one hand is clean, the other one isn't, this is your product. This just unscrews. That's where your batteries go. And then the bottom unscrews, and that's where you put your peppercorns. What a great Christmas gift. These were not expensive. Again, I may or may not put the Amazon link in there. Bought these with my own money, folks. These guys don't do nothing with me, but this is smelling amazing. So let's see what we're getting here. Boy, it's thickening up pretty nice. All right. This is thickening up really nice. So I think I'm gonna grab the GoPro, get down here, show you right in the grill. All right, let's get down here and take a look at what we're working with. This is nice and thick. Now, had I been at home, I probably would have added maybe a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. So, all right. So we got our meat mixture. How are we going to cook it? What are we going to do with it? How are we going to eat it? Well, I'm fixing to show you that. Stay with. All right, so here's what we're putting them on. These are keto Hawaiian hamburger buns. Now they make a regular roll, and of course I think probably with Thanksgiving, they were out. Yeah, you know, it stands to reason with the holiday and everything. So Jim's out. Well, I put a little garlic butter on them, and I figured once I snuckulated over to my wife's house and she had some garlic butter in there right next to my other stuff I wanted to get, I thought, well, why not? We'll just have them on some garlic butter and it should be good. All right, so here we got them. Right here's the venison tips. Oh. And we're just going to scoop this right up onto our plate. I never thought about having it in a sandwich, but I think I'm going to give that a go. I might give that a go. Oh my. Not really sold on the gravy. It's still, I don't know how much of that roux is, that protein powder. But it's a lot better than not having any, I guess. Well, I'll get you set up here. Got my bottle of water. Been trying to, you know, fellers and fellettes, we gotta try to do everything the right way. Oh, the sun's going down. I gotta get you a shot over here. They got the sun shining right on their county seat, county building. You see it up there? It's really pretty. And look at that, we got some Christmas lights starting to light up over there. They're all on timers. We're gonna go check them out later. We'll go check them out. I think there's a pretty good display down here. I'm not really sure, but I look forward to go check them out. I don't know how big you guys are on the holiday season, but the older I get, the least I like it. That's really good. I like the juice. They're really juicy. I was going to have this like over, a person would have it over potatoes or over noodles or rice, which obviously with us, that's out. So I thought, well, have it over these Hawaiians. Well, you said that the gravy didn't work out quite as planned, but it did make these extra juicy. Way juicier they would have been if we would have drained that juice off, then heated up the meat or your tips. It's worth it. All right, I'm gonna finish eating, get this mess cleaned up. I'll see you around the fire or in the truck, whichever comes first. All right, well, we still got a little bit of light left. I do want to show you a little bit around before we get to the nighttime. Hopefully there's some Christmas lights. I think they're gonna lit up. But here's my fire. It's actually pretty nice standing by the fire. I took my boots off and I've got my shoes on because it's easier to climb in and out. So people walk this trail all the time. You can see some people walking down there now enjoying the night. Just a crazy YouTuber. We're here at the Pecatonica River. And this runs right through town. Again, this is Darlington, Wisconsin. So it's a pretty nice place to camp. You can see the woods across the street. I can never get my camera to cooperate. It's pretty nice. Here's some UTVs going by Mike's. So this trail gets used quite often. I mean, this trail runs from Mineral Point to Monroe, Wisconsin, and actually will branch off at Calamine, Wisconsin, and go to Belmont, which is pretty cool. But it's the place usually in the summertime. It's tough to get. This is first come first serve, and it's really tough to get in here because honestly, a lot of the townspeople come and they'll put up camp on Tuesday or Wednesday and just pay so they can come on the weekends. But there's a little sneak peek of some of the Christmas decorations. Again, we're going to try to walk that once it gets dark, but I think I'm going to sit next to the fire. I'm going to mix myself a cocktail and have a little sipping and watch a little of the world go by. We'll go for a little walk here once it gets a little darker where we can enjoy those lights. All right, we're back to the fire. Stick with me. Appreciate you coming around. Black Friday edition. What about that? Did you guys do some shopping today? Bleep bloop it down in the comments. This is also a perfect time to like, comment, and share this thing. Let's try to blow it up, get some people to see it. Here comes a UTV. You use them around here pretty much all year round. So again, I'm gonna mix a cocktail. Maybe I'll bring you along for that, and we'll see what we can do. I have made some, it's pretty unique, I think anyway. My son, he bought a bottle of Apple Crown Royal. That's good stuff now, fellers and fellas. You just gotta watch it. It'll knock you on your keister. And then he got himself a pretty little girlfriend, and she decided that he should try some salted caramel whiskey. Some old smoky salted caramel whiskey. Right there from Tennessee. You can't beat that, fellers and fellas. So let's set you up here. So what I decided, being that it is late fall, it's not winter yet. It's not. I've got my skidoo coat on, but it's not skidoo weather yet. We're just gonna put a little bit of salted caramel in there, a little bit of Apple Crown, and now we've got a carameled apple whiskey. Here's looking up your old address. Well, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. I got an ice cube in the cooler. I'm gonna get a ice cube out, sit next to the fire, watch these Christmas lights come to life. Then you and we're gonna take a little walk or maybe a little ride in the side-by-side and sneak-a-lize through there. Check them all out. Stay tuned. All right, so one thing I forgot, got some ice cubes in here. One thing you should probably always do is, use some mix. You don't want to drink this stuff straight, so that's easy now. That's enough. Jesus, you don't want to dilute it too much. See you by the fire. All right, guys, here we are at Riverside Reflections. This is in the same park that I'm camping at. we're just going to go through the park. I'll show you some of the displays. I don't know if it'll get you in the holiday spirit or not, but it sure in the heck couldn't hurt. That's why it was kind of selective of where a feller could get a campsite. Our campsite is just over in the back of those trees. But I suppose the folks will drive down here, check all this out. Oh, we got a penguin down. I wonder if I can help him out. What do you say? Do we help him out? Set Mr. Penguin back up? He kind of took a header, didn't he? There we go. There, we got him up. Yeah. Wife ought to like that display. She's a big one on punk. She likes her penguins. She ain't gonna like that I sneakalized over to her house and robbed her refrigerator and stuff again and got me this venison and all that, but she'll get over it. I'm sure of it. Alright, now we got Mr. Hot Rod here driving through. Now here's one that must not be on a timer that ain't on yet, would be my guess. But there's a choo-choo train there, it ain't lit up. Well, there's Santa. Well, Santa's doing a little fishing. He looks like he's caught something. I wonder if that ain't Hoss. Hoss catch fish like that. Does it look like Santa sitting on the shitter to you? It kind of looks like Santa sitting on the shitter. Well, look, Lay's collision. Those guys do good work. You get up that way, if you hit one of them there deers, they'll help you out. Straighten that bad boy right out, they will. He's on one of them John Deeres. Got himself a Christmas tree. Look at it, got the barn here. That's pretty cool. Santa and his elves. Reindeers. More stuff. This is all in the campground. Pretty cool. Christmas lights about. Look at that. Santa's even got him a helio chopper. Hey, he's waving so nice. And that's from Memorial Hospital of Lafayette County. That's good folks there. It's where I go. They've stitched me up a few times, put me back together, put the old stuffing back in me, as they say. But it's chilly out here. We're going to get back to the campground because running around with this windshield up so you didn't have to look through my dirty windshield, I'm here to tell you, it's darn chilly. But could be worse. It could always be worse. Sorry about all this engine noise. You're not going to get around that. This old speed buggy, she likes to, you know, do her speed buggy and things. So we'll see you back at the campsite and when I'm back in the truck. All right, guys, I'm in the truck, as you can see, doing a little editing. Currently, time and temp, I guess we could take a look right here. It is 5:56, 28 outside, currently 65 inside, which that's pretty close. You got the heater on 2 right now, 16 degrees Celsius. Easiest way to do that, figure it out, times it by 2, 16, 16, 32, right? And then add 32, comes 64. It's saying it's 65, so that's the easiest way to take a look at Celsius and figure out what it is to Fahrenheit. Just double it, you're gonna be pretty close, then add 32. So 16 times 2, 32, add 32, 64. So yeah, we're pretty close. Comfy in here, just doing some editing, having well, I'm It's about out of my cocktail. Probably have to make another. Just gonna hang out for a little while before I probably throw in a movie. Again, I'm pretty stuffy. Throat's killing me. Head's pounding. It's probably going to be a short night. Supper was good. I've been just sitting here eating it, savoring on it now that I ate it, and gosh, that was really tasty. I wanted to break down the macros. Not many. I mean, it's pretty much carbless. The thing is it doesn't have a lot of fat either. I mean, you've seen that butter, but unless you add all that gravy, you're not getting all that butter. That protein powder is nothing but protein. So that and the meat, you want to get your fat numbers up. So find a good fat, not a bad fat, and kind of go with that. But I think I'm actually going to turn this heater down to 1 and finish editing. I'll get ready to watch a movie, get into my sweats and whatnot. I'll bring you in. So stay tuned. All right, morning everybody. Time is 7:22. I slept in. 23 degrees outside, 61 in here. Really comfortable sleeping. I should have probably brought the reflectix that I have to put inside the windows, because you get up next to the windows, it's considerably cooler. And you didn't want to have your arms outside the blankets, but other than that, it was pretty good. Well, I'm going to get up and greet the day, and we'll see what we can get into. All right, guys. Well, we had a good meal yesterday. The venison, the gravy, I think it worked out fairly well. Real low on the carb count. Real high on the protein count, though. Moderate on the fat. You're going to need more fat for that. But it was tasty. I mean, it was a cool night, but it was a nice night. It wasn't overly windy or stormy, and that's always enjoyable. I've got speed buggy all loaded up, but we can go for a ride. And I don't know where exactly we're going to go. Maybe down south a little bit. But I think at this point I'm going to wrap it up. I slept okay, I guess, on a scale of 1 to 10, probably a 3. It took a long time to fall asleep, and actually it was just a touch too warm. Once I turned the fan on, cracked a window, I was able to get a little bit more rest. But it's not really about me and the rest. But so one last thing, if you can, please support the Till Valhalla project. We lose 22 soldiers a day to veteran suicide. Let's try to get that to 0. I'd love to have a sticker on my truck that said 0 a day. If you can support them. For all you people that have been supporting me, I thank you. Please like, subscribe, share this thing, send it out on Facebook, let some people see it. Never know where we're going to be next time, but wherever we will be, I'll bring you along. For Jim, Driftless Area Outdoors, take care everybody. We'll see you next time. Thanks.